Canada is making headlines, and not just at home. Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced that Canada plans to recognize the State of Palestine at the United Nations General Assembly this September. This isn't just a symbolic handshake. Carney's decision comes with conditions. Canada's support depends on the Palestinian Authority agreeing to major democratic reforms, including elections in 2026, and a firm promise that Hamas will have no part in any new government. Carney says he's worried the possibility of a peaceful two-state solution is, quote, being eroded before our eyes. For decades, Canada hoped lasting peace would be hammered out in negotiations between Israel and Palestine. But Carney argues that approach isn't working anymore, so is this a turning point for Canada on the world stage? Or is it just a political gesture? Canadians are divided, and the reactions have been anything but quiet. Some see this move as long overdue, recognition of Palestinian rights that have been ignored for too long. There's hope among a lot of Canadians with deep ties to the region. Former Justice Minister and human rights advocate Irwin Cotler supports the idea, at least in principle, but he worries that Canada might be relying too much on promises instead of hard requirements under international law. Others, they're furious. For people like Raquel Onona-Look, who lost her son in the Hamas attacks of October 7th, the announcement feels like betrayal. She says it dismisses the pain of families shattered by violence and legitimizes terror. Jewish organizations across Canada have come out strongly against the plan. The Jewish Community Council of Montreal called it deeply dismayed. Canada's Centre for Israel and Jewish Affairs says Carney is putting faith in vague commitments by Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, a leader they accuse of corruption and lacking democratic credibility. Israel's foreign ministry didn't mince words either. They say Canada's move is a reward for Hamas and could actually make peace harder to achieve in the region, not easier. On the other side of the political spectrum, the Conservative Party says it supports a two-state solution, but not like this. In their words, recognizing a Palestinian state without peace negotiations or a renunciation of violence gives political rewards to a group ruling Gaza through fear, oppression, and brutality. And then there are critics who say the announcement just isn't bold enough. NDP MP Heather McPherson thinks it's about time, but wants action now, not in September. She's pushing for Canada to do more to address what she calls a humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and end what she describes as Canada's complicity in ongoing violence. Internationally, this is shaking up Canada's relationships too. The US isn't thrilled, and former President Trump is already hinting at blocking trade deals over the move, but Canada isn't alone. France and the UK are also taking steps toward recognizing Palestinian statehood, even as the gap with Washington and other allies starts to widen. So, where does this leave us? The reality is, Carney's announcement has sparked hope for some, outrage for others, and skepticism from just about everyone else. At its core, this is about more than just foreign policy. It's about how Canada sees itself in the world, and how Canadians see each other. Can recognition help break the deadlock in the Middle East, or will it just deepen the divides, both abroad and at home? As September approaches, all eyes will be on Canada, and on whether promises for reform, elections, and peace can really translate into lasting change. What do you think? Is this the right move or a dangerous gamble? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you want more balanced news and informed takes, don't forget to subscribe.